We took out ChatGPT, we put in our machine learning system, and today's results were pretty bad, which is to be expected. I knew we would have a massive step down from ChatGPT's performance to these brand new models' performance. And for good reason. ChatGPT has way more context and it's a bit smarter starting out. These new models only train off of the data that I've presented it. And so it can't necessarily get better until I give it more traits. So every day, this thing will improve ever so slightly. Now you might be thinking, why not just give ChatGPT more data or different data to try and improve the signals that it was already giving? Considering the signals that ChatGPT were giving were up here and the ones that I was getting today were down here. And the analogy I want to give you would be, if you're in the United States specifically, we have elementary school, middle school, high school. When you're in elementary school, kindergarten through fifth grade, you have one teacher that teaches you all the subjects. But as you grow up and you get smarter, you start to need a bit more specialization. You need to learn history from the history teacher, and math from the math teacher, and science from the science teacher. That's how this is going to work. So at first, a one system that fits everything, ChatGPT, is good enough. I think it's solid enough. You could probably make money using that setup and be profitable. I really believe that. But as you get better, as you want to improve, if we want to get this thing to a college level, PhD level when it comes to giving really good signals, we have to graduate from elementary school and step into higher level education, higher level learning. So that's why we've transitioned. And I know it's going to be a step back for the next couple of days, maybe even a week or so. But eventually, these signals will be so much better than anything ChatGPT ever could have produced that we'll wonder why we didn't do this sooner. God, I don't love that. All right, long. Stop. That one got hit pretty quick. 23 bucks. I'll take it again. Let's see if price is going to run here. Not getting anything. Okay, decent signal there though. The reason for that is we introduced two new models. So we're actually no longer using ChatGPT here. We're going to be using two custom models, or technically one custom model, but we're feeding the data through two different models. And so when they agree on direction, we're going to get higher confidence scores, 87.6, 87.2. When they disagree, we'll get lower confidence scores, 15.3. Let's see if we have another one here. Let's see what we got. Okay. We have agreement. So let's go long right there. There we go. Partial hit there. Okay, so not a great signal, but enough to make money. Let's see if we kind of want to take another one here, but I'll wait. But what you're going to see is much different. You guys can see those signals. It's not the clearest or not the easiest to see, but you can see them. It's enough. I can always make the screen bigger if I need to. Oh, wow. Great signal there. Great signal there. Okay. Okay. 801. Short. And I should have another one long. Let's go long right there then. Okay. Just see how this one plays out. Okay, we're down 304 in this one. We have the ATR sitting at 21. Okay, I can go one contract. We have the ATR sitting at basically 20, and so we should see that drop down here a bit. We were up at 25 a second ago with the news of new home sales, which kind of took off actually unexpectedly. But we have ATR coming back down, so sitting at 22. Not a good signal there. So we have enough to risk. I'm trading this Apex account, which we were down in yesterday, so I might have to finish this one off first. No, what new one? Kevin, what's good? Kyle, what's good? All right. New signal here, another long. Okay, we'll take that. Okay. Kind of waiting around to see what price wants to do here. Nice. Small victory there. Probably had a little more on the table there, but couldn't grab it. But solid enough. Why it's doing that. Anywho. Decent signal here as price ran up, but then now it pulled back. Let's see what we get here. 910. Love long again. I don't know if I love that. Short with less confidence. I'm going to sit this one out. I don't love this signal. Not yet. Now I'm going to try to train these models if I can a few times a week. Once I get more proficient at it, I'll probably try to train it every day, maybe twice a day. But essentially, we're going to take all this data and then continue to feed it into these models so that we can make them better. So right now, the signals are okay. Like they're all right. They're not great, not terrible. They're just okay. But we want to improve them. We want more confidence scores that are high in the 80s. We want that. But we want these to be correct. Like we want these to be really good signals. So we got to work on that. That is second. So we should have, I think, a solid improvement here. Probably next week, kind of mid next week, we'll have a nice improvement on these signals. I have another long signal here. We'll take that. I don't believe in it, but we'll take it. Let's just see what we got. Okay. Oh man, my stop got hit again. My stops are getting hit all the time. Got to get rid of that. Great signal here. That's nice. So it's okay. This is the machine learning model. What's going on, John? Oops. This is the machine learning model. So we have to continue to give it data day after day after day to improve it, but this is it. So we can train this model on our specific data, our trading data. We can do that. So I'm very excited about that because we'll probably won't be able to tell the results today, as they probably won't be too great today, but in the future we should have ourselves a nice little. We have a short here and we have two shorts. I'll take it. Let's just see what happens here. Okay. Both the models agreed on a short. Okay, we're down 179 here. Both the models agreed on a short, but they didn't agree with each other. Our 1 minute and 2 minute time frame agreed on a short, but they didn't agree with each other. So interesting here, interesting there. Remember, every 2 minutes we'll get a 2 minute signal, and then every minute we'll get a 1 minute signal as well. So when the models don't agree with each other, we're going to get these very low confidence scores, 20, 11. That's what we're going to get. When they do agree, we're going to get 80, in the low to mid 80s. So let's see what we got here. It makes sense the confidence score wasn't great. Price actually did. So we have another long here. Let's go ahead and take that. Trying to give price the room it needs. Might cost me a little bit. Let's see. Nice. I mean, what are we supposed to do with this price action here? Good signal though. Great signal. We were able to make some money on that one. Kind of an interesting spot we find ourselves with price, but okay. Let's see how it trades the choppiness here. Let's see. Okay, new signal here. 14. I have myself a short and should get two here. Two shorts. All right, we'll take it. Let's see if we can get price to run a little bit here. If not, we'll take a nice stop right above open at price. There we go. Down 3. Ah, because it was a decent signal though. Decent signal. Hmm. Let's see, maybe not. Let's see. Yeah. So as you guys can see, like we have more consistency, I think, with these signals as far as our thumbs up, thumbs down. I actually really do like what we're seeing here, but our confidence scores are really low, and so it's going to be pretty hard to take a short on 14 and 11% confidence. I definitely messed this one up by getting in too late, but going to be difficult to take a position there. Okay, so I see what happened there. Let's see, new signal here. I've got a long, 84% confidence. So let's see how that one plays out. Let's see. Got to give this one a reasonable stop. I did, and it didn't matter. We've got 300 bucks left in this account. All right, so bad signal there. Okay. Okay, we could have faded that one pretty nicely. All right. No more news, I don't believe. Actually, Trump speaks in 30 minutes. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. That'll be a ton of fun. Let's see. New signal here. 16 under long. Okay, we really messed the entry up on this one, but able to get about 90 bucks on that. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. How do you determine risk on each trade? Yeah, Andrew, just like Kyle said, perfect. Kyle is spot on there. You have to look at the ATR, and that's how you determine how much risk. With futures, we really only trade, and with pretty much any asset, you can figure out how much your account can handle in risk. But then from there, you just go. I keep TradingView open. Go to the ATR and just look. Okay, we're at 22, so that gives me an idea of how much I should be risking. And really, if the ATR gets below a certain amount, then we can risk more. But for right now, we'll keep the risk at just one contract here. Hell of a signal there. Okay. I've got a short signal on this one. That makes no sense. No sense here. Okay, we'll wait. We're now at 446. We'll get back. So I think I have better signals today. Actually, the confidence scores mess me up because they're just weird. Like, why are they so spread out? But I don't mind our signals so far. We've got I think a much more even spread of signals. Yesterday with ChatGPT, we had way more shorts than longs, even though the market was up. Today we've got more longs than shorts, and the market is up, and like that to me makes sense. It makes sense that we would have more longs and shorts on a day where the market is actually moving upwards instead of down. So that makes sense. See what we got here. New signal time. 18. Long. Let's see just how long this thing can actually go. How long is this trade going to be? Stop right there, I guess. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, okay. Down to 6. We have how much space? We have $132 left in this one? All right. That's fine. I don't anticipate doing a whole lot with this account. Okay. Not a bad signal at all. Maybe cut my fingernails. Not bad. Yes, Andrew, we will see how it progresses. We will see how it progresses. Because the more data that we give it, the better it's going to get. Right now, this isn't bad. Like, we're seeing decent signals here. The confidence scores are kind of weird. 19. We got a short signal. I'll wait on this one. I'll just wait. We'll see. Probably could have made my screen a bit bigger here, I think, on this preset that I'm using. So maybe tomorrow I'll adjust that. Doesn't look terrible. I guess you can kind of see what's going on. Let me see if you big screen it, you can see what's going on pretty well. That's good enough. I can make that top one a little bigger. It's just as tough with using OBS because they don't let you like scale the way you want to. So you kind of have to. What if I turn this computer straight up? That'd be interesting. That was actually a pretty good cell signal. That was actually pretty good. Anyway, wow, some decent signals here. $20. A little delayed on our signal here. Short, and I should get two here. Short and long. Well, I don't believe in the long. So far, I was right. Okay, good. I think if we put all of these signals on, like if we just made them all 80%, I I, I kind of think we'd be in really good shape here. Maybe we'll try that in the next eval here, assuming we blow this one up. Okay, so I've got a long here and a long. Let's go long. Man, okay, we got a little bit of margin back. 179. Let's do it again. Long. And we'll let this one play out. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, we're out of this one. All right, good. Get rid of this account, jump to a new one. And what we'll do in this one is we'll just go MNQ and go 5 to start. And what I want to do is take every signal that comes through, regardless of confidence score, unless I completely don't agree with it. So you're wrong. Okay. Let's see what we got it for our next one here. Short. 104. What is this? I'm annoyed. I was on the wrong macro chart. I didn't want to miss it. We'll stick with 1, I guess. That's fine. Stop. Okay. So far, that's a better signal. We can trade 1. We'll be safe with 1, I think. Okay, new signal here. We're still in the trade though. New signal likes a long here. See if we'll take that. See if we can get price to roll up here. Good. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay, good. Makes up for that one little loss we had there. Hell of a signal there. Okay, so 2 right, 3 wrong. All right. Ideally, our high confidence signal should be correct, and our low confidence one should be incorrect. So we'll see kind of how today plays out, how that looks. Maybe I hadn't recognized I changed accounts. I don't know what it was. Okay. 24. I got a long, low confidence. I have a long on a 2-minute too, though, so I'll take that one. Nice. Okay, good. About 200 bucks on that one as well. Oh, shoot. This happened multiple times. I gotta stop doing that. See if it can work out for me anyway. Down 240. We entered with 2 contracts on that one, and I didn't mean to do that. Technically, you're correct. It was a good trade. I just got into it way too late. Okay, new signal here. Let's see what we got. 26 with the short. We should have 2 signals here. With the long, I kind of agree with the short here. I'll wait. Let's see what happens here. Okay, you're good, you're bad, it looks like. Okay. All right. Technically, both of these are correct. I don't even know how to. 11 points versus technically you're correct and you're incorrect. All right. Okay. 27 with the short. Let's see what happens here if we go short. Okay. I mean, some money, not a ton, but some. All right. A bad signal. See how it plays out here. Probably need to change my title of this from ChatGPT, but we'll do that later. Okay. New signal here. 28, we'll get 2 signals. I have a short and a short. All right. Low confidence on both, but we'll take them anyway. Let's see what we got. Good. Wow. Okay. Good signal there. Both of those. I have a 29 signal. That's, wow, also short. Could have just stayed in the trade, honestly. Okay, good. Could have just stayed in that short all the way through. Okay, so we're definitely getting more consistent signals here. The confidence score has messed me up because I'm used to seeing, um, John, I'll get to your question in a second. I'm used to seeing these signals be all around 70%, 68, 65, 80. Like I'm used to seeing that. Now we got like 12, 10, 10, 12, and then 85. And so it's a little different today. I'm actually somewhat pleased with how our performance has been so far. Another short here. I need two signals though. I have a short and a long. I don't know if I agree with that one of these. I'll wait on that long. Let's see what happens here. We'll take it. Let's just see. We'll jump into it with price about even. Okay. And we'll give up 100 bucks. Okay. All right. So you were right and then you were wrong. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Should have waited anyway. All right. Bull X Academy, not yet, my friend. Coming soon. You probably wouldn't want, to say the truth, probably wouldn't want these signals just yet. Okay, John asked, so I'm older behind the times learning about ChatGPT. How long do you think it will take for it to learn before it has huge accuracy? Um, John, I don't know the exact timeline. From what I've been reading, studying, I think that we're looking at about 15 to 16,000 trades, which is about like 8, 9 trading days. And so I don't like that you're going long off of this here. I don't like that. So I would assume like we had kind of yesterday, today, tomorrow, and then end of next week. We should have better accuracy. I'm gonna see how much more training I can get done with this thing today and tomorrow. Ideally, if we get 1,000, technically we should get about 2,000 signals a day. So we should, by the end of next week, we should have, I think, a much more efficient model. I think, since we're getting signals every minute and 2 minutes. So we'll see. We'll see. If I can get it closer to what ChatGPT was giving us, that'd be cool. If we can surpass that, then I think it'd be ready to rock and roll. And we'll know that by my win rate and how these signals come out. So let's see, 32, 2 signals here. I've got a short and I've got a long. Are we sure about this long? Got into it way too late, apparently. There we go. That was a hell of a signal. That was a hell of a signal. I just can't trust the high ones just yet because like they're really confident, but they're also just like kind of 50-50. So let's see. New signal here. Should get another one. 33 is a long. We'll take that. See if price can run from our entry here. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Call that one bad. All right. A little overzealous on the long there. Okay. Why do you keep telling me this? I know the answer to that. I know that. Stop notifying me. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I don't know that it should take too long. But what we define as good, that determines. We'll have to see what I determine as good versus bad. Ideally, if we're getting, I don't know, 4 out of 5 signals to be pretty good, like I'll take that. Which anybody would, but we'll just see how much training that actually is going to take. Get a long here. Okay, small profit there. Both of these are good. I would rather be a short, but we caught a long on this one. We caught a long here, and we caught a long there. This one was bad, but good, bad, and then this one's decent. So just going to take a little bit of time. Um, take a screenshot of this. It's going to just take a little bit of time for us to get this right, but we have moved on from ChatGPT fully, even though my title says ChatGPT. I need to change that. And we are going to be using these bad boys from here on because now we can control how this thing performs by just giving it more data. Okay, so that one's gone. I've got a long signal here. I don't agree with that at all. What makes you go long? Love that. So again, high degree of confidence, 84, 86, 85, but wrong, or not, well, I guess not technically wrong, but this one's not correct. Let's see if we go long off of this after price going down like that. Let's see if this can work. Okay. Okay, not bad there. Bad, still a bad signal. Still a bad signal technically, but it turned out okay. Okay, 36. I've got a short. I should get two signals here. A long. I'll take the long off your hands here. Take that. What in the world? Sorry for moving the screen so much. I didn't mean to grab it that second time. Good. There we go. Great trade, ChatGPT, or AI model. I got a new name for this bad boy. I got to release it. Just bought the domain this morning. 36. Fudge, that was a good signal. Okay. Bad. If I could consistently get 3 out of 5 to be good, I'd be happy with that. I know it doesn't sound like much. I'd be pretty happy with that though. 37. Long. I did it again. I did two contracts again. I have to get out of that. I can't even hold it for, let's go buy right there. See if I can get my spot back here. I'm gonna double up on my losses here. I did not mean to get into two. I gotta stop doing that. Whoa, okay. So bad here. So you guys can see what I mean. I would say we're probably averaging about a 40-ish% win rate here with with these signals. I say that this is probably most accurate. 2 really good ones, 3 bad ones. So we just got to fix that. But if we get really good ones that are massive candles, then like nothing wrong with that. But we got to improve that. Okay, I have a short signal with a 9% confidence. We'll sell that right there. Wait for price to roll up a little bit. And then we'll sell. Okay, stop got hit. I didn't even see that. All right, we have $800 left. What's our performance like today in this account? Has not been good. Oh, no, why did we do that? 18, we're at 50% win rate here, 50-50. Okay, and that feels about right. If the signals are 50-50, that feels about right. That feels right. That feels right. That feels right. All right, let's just keep that over there. Short, low confidence, so we'll wait. J Stores, what's good? Probably going to call it just MLS trading, machine learning trading, or machine learning signals. Sorry, machine learning signals. So just MLS, like the soccer league. But right now is major ass. So we gotta actually it's a good signal. We gotta actually, I'm wondering if I want to. Hmm, hmm. So hopefully, if I can learn how to train these models myself without the team and needing to pay somebody hourly to do that, if I can figure it out myself, we should be training these bad boys every day. So we should get new results. I got a long signal here and let's see, I should get two long signals. Okay. Now, the way that this thing measures success in like the way it measures success overall is which way the candle closes, which I'm not mad about that, but I think I was gonna say, how about my stop? I think for our purposes, I kind of think that having it like if this candle were to close green and less green than this wick, that's a bad signal. Uh, right. So here is 8 points. Here is 9. That's a good signal. Never mind. It is a good signal. Um, both of you guys are. New signal here at 41 is long again. But I wonder if I want to use the wick. Like, if the wick is larger than the body of the candle, then that wick determines the direction. I think that's how I want to train this. Because technically, if we have to eat up a bunch of drawdown and then the price ends up going, opposite. Like if we have, let's say this candle rolls all the way down here and then rolls all the way back up and goes long. That long signal, this model would count that as good, even though we had huge drawdown. And I would like to avoid drawdown. Like if this candle were to close at this level, it is right here. This would be a bad long signal. This would be a much better short signal. But now it's turning into this, so it is a good long signal. Okay. Okay, nice. I have two short signals now, so we'll wait on that. So I think we're handling the choppiness a little better. I don't know that we're trading this thing better, but I think we're handling the choppiness a little better, which is good. So now the one thing, if I train it the way I want it to be trained, what we do get is like this version would account for Wix a little bit better than my version would. My version accounts basically for the first move, essentially. This version would account for probably the second move, the second half of the candle, which is interesting. So we'll let it play out this way for now, and then we'll maybe look at adjusting it later if we need to. Long. Okay. Got about 680 bucks left of margin on this account as well. So we'll go bad signal there. But if this candle were to get green, it would be considered a good signal, technically, even if it closed green a little bit. So this makes me curious. We'll see. Let's see what this one does. Uh, I mean, it's just tough to argue when these things move like this. 11, 11. So this is actually a good signal. I just have to learn how to use these signals better, which we can do. It'll take time. But these are all really good signals. I'm just messing them up. Again, if we can get 3 out of 5 to be consistently accurate, I would love that. Okay, so I've got myself a long here. Wait for the price to pull back a bit. There we go. Short. Then I have a sell signal here It comes in. That's also correct. Yeah, super interesting. Thanks, Misty. Super interesting. Um, he might be. It's 9:44 Central Time, so he should be speaking. I mean, it could be delayed though. It's not that he has to. It doesn't look like there was anything there. I don't see anything. Let's see if I can find anything on YouTube here. Okay, I got myself a long signal here. I'll buy into that. Taking out again. Late on this one. Although you guys can see my signals are, every 2 minutes, my second signal comes through super late, but my first signal comes in less than a second, like underneath a second of processing. So that's kind of what I meant. I knew if we got away from ChatGPT, we would get signals that came in faster. Our first signal is coming in, I mean, just under 1 full second, which is great. So all right, new signal here. I've got myself a long with a lot of confidence and a short. I'll take the long. Try to be patient here. Stop not place just yet. Still holding on to it. Okay. Probably place it now. Probably gonna get to that wick high and pull back. Oh, wow. Let's give this one some room to see if it can go higher. Oh, man. I really, really, really thought price was going to take off. And I wanted my stop to be bad signal there. Another long. I wanted my stop to be patient enough. Stop. Ah. Okay, that's fine. Bad signal there. But if price closes green and runs, new signal here. Long. Stop. What the hell? What is this price action? Trump must really be speaking. Can he send the markets up? Let's see. Well, that's a no on that candle. Another long signal here came through. That one's going to be a no. Yes, yes. Okay. Looks like we have price probably trying to pop again. Hmm. I don't see anywhere where he's, let me see if I can find it here. My screen still frozen? It is frozen. Do this. What's going on with that? Yeah, what the hell? Hold on. So let's see. Okay, how do let's see what we got here. All right, we're in a short right now. Let me manage this one and then I'll fix it. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, good. Oh, all right. On my OBS, it's frozen too. So I wonder. Okay. Well, this is stupid. I don't know. Let me see something here. All right, let me remove it. I'll re-add it. 1 second. So undo, and then we'll just re-add it. Screen capture. Back. OBS. There we go. Laptop. We're back. Maybe we are back. Thanks, guys, for catching that. Can't explain why that happened, but all right, we're back. Good, 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 good. All right, back to signals here. Let's remark these signals. So I had a short, that was good. Horrendous long, great. 52 is 51 actually was a long. That's actually a good signal. 52 one was that was bad, and then you were good, and then you are bad. Yeah, so if we could continue to get that kind of that 3 out of 5, if I could consistently get that, and then knowing that those 5 would be like low confidence trades that we wouldn't take anyway. Like if I could take 4 out of 5 of these trades and have the right amount of movement, we'd be good. Like we'd be in good shape. Let's find out what we got here. 53 should be a quick signal here. Short, low confidence short. We'll take it. Just see what happens. Tight stop on this one. 8-point stop. Okay. Small victory there. Probably could have moved my stop a little bit, but kind of thought we might get price to do something. Short and long. Let's grab that long right there. Run, baby. Ah. Bro, would you move? Late on this one, 3 second delay. Not excited about that. Good signal there though. We just were super late to it, so there wasn't a whole lot of room for us to really grab that trade. I'm moderately impressed with these signals. I actually assumed they'd be a little worse. We're trading just better than 50%. We had a break even, so I count that as a win because that's probably where my stop was. It just slid through. Um, it's going a little better than I expected, and I know it's not going great, but it's going better than I expected. Let's fade this signal. So it gave me a long. Let's go ahead and take the opposite side here and see what happens. Low confidence long. I'm gonna take a short. Oof. There it is. Oh, I thought we were gonna get a huge move there. Ah, all right. Thought we were gonna get a pretty big move on that one. Bad signal. So if we get if we get a long, but it's a low confidence, and we want to short, we want to take the opposite side of our signal. Like I wouldn't be mad at that. All right. So this one's giving me a long. I got two longs here. Let's wait for the bottom and see if we can get price to reverse back up. That kind of looks like that might have been it. Bottom right here at this wick. Let's see. Okay. So no, most certainly was not a good signal there. Hmm. Damn it. If you turn around and run, yeah, it's technically a bad signal still. 57, I have a short. We'll wait. We're down 644. Okay. Yeah, this is way too much. I'm not doing this. Did I adjust the confidence, J Stores? Now I didn't manually adjust it. No. The new models, the way it works is when the confidence is high, it means I'm using two models at once, so they're combined. If they both agree on direction, I get a high confidence score. If one agrees on long, one thinks short, I get a low confidence score, which is what, let's see. I have a long right here, okay, and I've got a short signal. So this is actually a good example. This long signal right here kind of lets me know. Let's go long off of that bottom right there. Let's see if that is going to be a decent spot to go long off of. Put my stop right below candle low and those lows previously. Let's see. Might slide a little bit. Yeah. I was gonna say it might slide a little bit. I didn't give it enough space. Um, if the models match high degree of confidence, and it'll average out. So I'm sure one gave it like a 90 something percent, and then one gave it like a 70 something. We get 86. If they disagree, probably had two low confidence scores, one low confident long, one low confident short. I get a much lower confidence score altogether, and that's how you get these 12 or the 16 or 20 or whatever it is. So I didn't adjust it manually, um, although I could. I choose not to do that. So short. Ooh, that's gonna sting if it doesn't keep running. Okay, a little bit of room back in our account. Back down to 770. One, Man, the market's really given us some decent moves here. Hmm, hmm. Yeah, we probably have a really solid day with ChatGPT, but we're gonna have to take a step back in order to take a step forward. So it'll be, a little bit before we get this thing humming. But all right, so I got a short signal here. That's the first low confidence short I've gotten in a while. So I'll take it. Let's put that stop right there. First high confidence short I've gotten. Oh, if I said that right. Good. That's how it should look. Good. Back a little bit. I don't think we gave that one enough room either. Let's see though. Mm-mm. Definitely not. Definitely not. Next signal here. We'll just get one. I assume a low confident one. Jeez. Heading towards VWAP here. Okay. Okay. So we should be getting all of these right. Let's go take a short right there. We should be getting all of these right. When we got candles trending like this, we should get these signals right every time. That should be like a non-starter. Like we should get these right every single time. Do I place the stop right there or do I let it be patient? There we go. Patient didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Not a terrible signal though. I'd actually much rather a short than a long signal here. Short, I have a high confident long. I don't like that. That means it sees a reversal coming. I don't like that. Let's see if that one can be wrong. Yeah, this one's gonna be cooked. That's cooked. Yeah, we're done with that one. Okay. Okay. So technically you're a good signal. Technically you're a bad signal, although you're gonna finish green. So interesting here. It kind of called for a reversal candle. And what it's calling for is that this candle is going to finish green. Not that it's going to go up a ton, but it's going to finish green. So technically it's correct. I just don't love it that it's correct like that. Short. I'll take another short here. Low confident short. I'm going to take it because we're with the trend. Let's just see how it works out. Didn't work out very well. Back down 8. Okay. No. Damn. All right. Good. That's a good signal. Even though I don't love it, it was a good signal. I don't love it, but it was a decent signal. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Go long right here. I love this thing. It sucks, but I love it. You know? You ever love something that just sucks? It's hard to explain. but I love it. All right, good, 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 good. All right, let's go back to here. All right, so I got myself a real high confidence short. We're gonna take that, stop, and we'll punch that right there. Oof. Okay, we're back to $800. Okay, both of you guys are good. Bad. Actually, hold on. No, you were good. New signal here, short, and I should get two. Long. Okay, so got a high confident long here. There it is. I was just going to say we're anticipating price closing green. This thing has been money. These little reversals, it has been absolutely fantastic. Everything else is a little shaky, but it has been fantastic trading this choppiness, much better than ChatGPT ever did. So, man, okay. I just have to learn how to use them a little better, but I'm encouraged. I am encouraged. New signal here. Got myself a low confidence short. I'll take the I want to take the opposite side of that. I'll take the opposite side of that signal. Low confidence short. Let's see if that gives me a high confidence long. Hell no. Okay, we're back to 850. Whoops. So good signal. So 4 out of 5 on this little set of 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Not terrible, not great, but not terrible. Okay. Damn. Price did close, or damage gonna close green. New signal long. Taking that. Hmm. Like $40 on that one. Okay, new signal here. Long again? Man, how did my entry even get there? How is that even a possibility? There we go. Good signal, good trade. All right, good. Keeping that 4 out of 5, I'll take it. Okay. Got myself a long again. Take that. Okay. Interesting. Us, what's good? Not great. But I'm actually encouraged by our results so far. We don't have a lot of data to go off of just yet as far as like training goes. With these things have been barely trained, and it's hasn't been horrible. Hasn't been great, obviously, but it hasn't been terrible either. I'm not super upset by this. We're down massively, of course, but pretty encouraged. We're trading just above 50% with these new signals. So obviously that's not good. But I'm not actually all that worried. We've got very little data, and we've got some decent. We're getting we're getting some decent results here. So I need to do. Where's my? This is Monday through Sunday through Thursday. So 5. New signal here. Long. We'll take that. See what price wants to do here. My ATR, by the way, is at 16. Okay. Flash profit. Let's see, we do it again. Nice. Awesome work there. I love a signal. Good. Now, yesterday was pretty bad. Yesterday was my worst day overall. Um, but we have the it's interesting. Yeah, yesterday was pretty rough. Day before wasn't great either, but it was what it was. Oh, what did I do? I'm in a long here. I didn't mean to. I hit a buy limit. I buy bid on accident. It didn't matter. It's a terrible trade. Um, yeah, yesterday stunk. Day before wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. This system is catching these moves and this choppiness. It's doing a lot better of a job than ChatGPT ever did, which is very encouraging. Very encouraging. The tough part is that it's just going to take a little bit longer for us to get there. So let me just go and do this. Okay. I've got myself a short signal there. High confidence short. I probably got into this one way. I mean, I'm way too late, obviously, but good signal though. Can I make money on it? Is the question. We're gonna break even. All right, we'll take some profit there. Okay. Okay. Ooh, new signal here. Short and short and short. We'll take a low confidence short here. Let's see. Low confidence by me and the models. All right, small profit there. Good signals here. Where I mean, we're slowly bleeding out. Like these signals aren't great, but I guess we're not far from these signals being really good. Like we're actually a lot closer than I thought we would be. Um, we're a lot closer than I thought we would be. Long signal here. This just means prices are going to end up being green. So let's see if we can find a spot to go long off of this. Right there. Stop. Okay. Nope. That didn't work out. I tried it though. I tried it. Long. Wow. Okay. You're confident in the reversal. Let's see. Caught it last time you were wrong. Let's see what happens this time. Nice. So this is where ChatGPT would send us a short and we would get in it and get smoked if we were late at all. This I do appreciate our models here giving us a lot better signals for these reversals. We have not figured out reversals, but like done a pretty good job with them. If anything, some of these trends I think we're having issues with, but the model figures out reversals really well. I did not anticipate this being the case. Um, and so that's great. What's ironic is my win rate's about 50% and my confidence score is about 50%. So if I can get that to 60, man, oh man, we're going to be in good shape. Okay, I've got a low confident long here, so we'll wait. But doing a much better job also keeping track with what the markets are doing. So markets are barely green. We barely have more green signals than red signals, which is good. That's nice. I like that. ChatGPT yesterday was giving me a ton of short signals while the market was super green, and I was not a big fan of that. Okay, let's go here. That's a good signal. Just took forever. Ooh wee. I'm feeling encouraged here. P&L doesn't say so, but I'm feeling encouraged. Short and short. Low confidence shorts here. I don't know what that means yet, but I mean, obviously price is reversing on us a little bit. I don't know what that means overall though. This price did run down and we were just super late. Yeah. Got 300 bucks left in this account. Okay. New signal, long, pretty high degree of confidence too. So let's see what we have here. Okay. All right. Oof. Bad signal there. Okay. Long again. Should get two signals here. I'm getting a mixed bag. Yeah, I'll go buy right there. Let's just see. Kind of nailing these trades here. Okay. We've got 300 bucks of margin. Okay. Kind of, we're nailing these little reversals. We're doing decently on these. This one was bad, but good. So it's catching reversals quite nicely. Okay. I've got myself a short signal with low confidence. So we'll sit this one out for now. Let's see how it plays out though. JSTORs, no reason not to. No reason not to. I want to make sure that we're using the right amount of size here. And these evals don't matter. Like I'll go and purchase more evals. Doesn't really matter to me. Would it work with a trend and range model to have a trend and range model? Um, AOD, the thing about trending and ranging is that you don't know you're in a trend or a range until you're in it. And so doesn't really help to select like, hey, I got this trend thing going, I got this range thing going. Like it's easy to identify range kind of once you're in it, but it's hard to identify when price starts to trend because what looks like a new trend could just be more range, and what looks like a range could be a slow but moving trend. So there's no reason to try. Like if you could identify a trend in a range, you wouldn't need anything. Does that make sense? Like you wouldn't need necessarily to. Let's go long here. We're going to wait for price to bounce. There it was. You wouldn't need any help if you could identify trend and range. That's why you want to have accurate signals. It doesn't matter what the trend or range is. You'll be able to make money. And then, like, oh, it was a range. Whatever. We can set our stops accordingly. Let's see if this one's going to be correct or not. I'm 8 points away. Let's see. Okay, so new signal here also has a long, so that's good. I don't know how it's going to turn into a positive for me, but Okay, we're out of that one. We've got 154 bucks left. So for the most part, all these are bad. Okay, 0 for 5 here, not great. And price is certainly skying here, or bottoming, I guess. New signal here, long. Try to take it as quick as I can. Didn't help. We don't have very much room here, so this thing has to work out. Otherwise, this account's over with. All right, new account, 32, and we're M. We can go MNQ, the MNQM series here. Not worried about that. We'll go 5 micros. Let me just make sure I can take a trade here. Okay, good. $3 that cost me. All right. That short signal didn't work out, did it? The long one did though. The long one was good. It just took us too much drawdown. I want to get rid of that, but if I can figure out what what these signals suffer, or what's the downside to these, then we can optimize for it. Try to get it out of here, one, but two, take the right trade, take the right trades, I guess. So if we know that we have to deal with a lot of drawback or drawdown, then when we get a trade where, let's say, it gives us a long and price opens up like this, then we just need to be a little bit more patient, and then we can maybe enter a couple times potentially on this particular trade. There are just different ways to manipulate these trades to make them work for us. So what's my ATR sitting at? 14. Go in 3 micro or 5 micros is too small. We need to be at 10 minimum. Which I don't even know why I'm on MNQ. JSTORs, I don't know why I'm on MNQ. I don't need this much. I don't need this many trades. I'd rather just have bigger numbers anyway. Get used to it. See if we can make some money here, and we'll jump back over to normal NQ contracts. Bro, will you move? Go up, bro. Damn. Well, that was quick. Okay, we're out of that one. Down 40 bucks. That was correct. You were incorrect. And then you, my friend, were also incorrect. All right. Let's see. Keep it going here. Okay. New signal here. Short. I will. Low confidence short, so we'll wait on that one. I'll fix my overlay today too. I'll fix it so it looks a little bit cleaner and the screen's bigger next time for tomorrow. Long? I can't do that, can I? I gotta go 1, not 10. Hello. Oh, well, that's no fun. Enter that one late. I have my stop tight for this open, but loose, I guess, for this trade. If it runs up again, I'll trail it nicely. Ooh, okay. Okay. That was actually a decent signal. And then you guys both gave me longs? Let's go both L's on that one. Let's see. 11 and yeah, short makes more sense. Oh man, I don't want to step in front of this one. I'll do it anyway. Good choice. Nickels. I timed that trade right, but that was the wrong trade. Good God, it was the wrong trade to be in. Ah. Long again? See, I don't love that we're getting the long signals here. I'll take this long to see what happens. I guess, well, let's just see. Let me stop hating first. Let's see what we got. Can price run for us? 7-point stop. There it is. Okay, so it knows better than I do. Hey, there's 200 bucks there. Solid trade. So that's kind of what I mean here is that it's a little tough to trust the signals because our high confidence ones are also just as inaccurate as our low confidence ones. And so we got to find kind of the middle ground of where we're going to end up being here. Like that, we got to figure that out first. Because if I could just get everything to be a little closer in accuracy, then I think we'd be just fine. New signal here gives me a long, 79% confidence. Okay, if we could have entered that one a little sooner, that would have been sick. 160, yeah. Okay, trying to be positive on this one, but I'm not gonna get that. Okay. All right, don't love that. Short signal here and long. I'll take our long here. We'll try to buy the bottom of this. 8-point stop, 8-point run through. So we got to be better about that. This is a really good signal. It's a really bad signal. We got to improve that. So we got to figure out the difference between these reversals, like what's a good reversal and then what isn't. Because technically going short since I'm gonna trade you probably here 1028. All of this would have made a ton of sense. Yes, probably a loss here. Yeah, probably some drawdown there, drawdown here too. But going short would have made a ton of sense on all of those signals, all those trades. So, okay, we retested 20,000 psychological level here, which is good. Got myself a long again. Am I gonna just die on this hill of going for longs? I'm gonna wait. then we'll try to buy it right there. I'm hoping that this is the bottom and price can reverse up for us. My hopes and dreams are not being fulfilled right now. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Okay. Now is it time to buy? Let's see. This is not what I want for this system, is to try and call bottoms on trends like this. I do want us to be in these trends. I don't mind catching these trades because you can make a ton on these reversals, but I would really, really like for all of these to be shorts. And then maybe this could be a long, which is fine. Um, but let's see, six. We'll see if those end up being okay. We'll see. Those look like they can be bad though. 20 next 20 seconds. I'm not sure if price goes up or down from here, but I would like all of these to be short. I would really like that. I'm marking it bad because it is bad. Okay, new signal here. 37. Got myself a short signal with low confidence. Okay, price maybe reversing back up. Okay, there's the signal I think we were kind of waiting on, which is fine. What I don't want though is I don't want to be waiting on this one candle for 4 candles in a row. If that makes sense, like I don't want to sacrifice all of this to catch this because this is a lot of price movement we could have had. And yes, I would love to have this candle as well, but I don't necessarily want to try and wait and be wrong all the way down when I've got a short signal and another, let's see, short, nothing. Low confidence here. I really don't want to throw out all of these signals just to catch this one, if that makes sense. Like we blow account, blow account, blow account, blow account, and then we make a bunch of money here. It's no fun, right? We don't want to lose 2, 3, $400 each and every single candle when we're looking for just this one. If anything, these can be low confidence, which is fine, but be the trend. So you have to talk to these models, have a conversation with them. Apex doing their 80% sale again, per usual. Them boys must be getting hit with some payouts. Short signal. Long, good. Nice. We're catching decent trades. I'm not upset about this, but there's just more. Like we could just have so much more. This one I'm nervous about for good reason. Down 5. Yeah. So it for whatever reason it understands that we're going to get a reversal when price comes down, but we're not getting the same like we're not getting the same signals when price is going up. So interesting. Like technically, and I understand why we're rebounding and prices moving. I get it, but probably there's a lot more volume here than over here. But we should get the same skeptical signal on these moves up as we do on the moves down. So very, very interesting. Let's see. Now it is nice that we have price giving us more long signals and short, and markets are up. That's what I want to see. That's good. Let's see what's next here. Long. Okay. Might have waited a little bit too long on this one to get in. Haven't placed a stop yet. And I did there. Back in. There we go. I had a feeling we were going to run past that high. Don't know how far, but I had a feeling. Okay. Oh, please go back and test that high again. Oh man, that stinks. We were so close to getting in some of that. Ah, we were so close. We were right. We just missed it. Good signal. Long again. So we're not skeptical of going short. Should be. We're not. Okay. There we go. Bam. All right, good stuff there. Okay, we've wicked up here twice now, so going long on this again means we're going to be getting out at that top, almost period. Let's see. Small profit there. Bad signal. I have another long signal here. I don't love it at all. Yeah, let's put our stop here and just let it get smacked. I don't love our odds of this being a successful trade. Wow. Okay, I'm wrong. Holy cow. Okay, never mind. Once I wrap my head around that this thing is actually better than I am at doing this, then I'll be much better suited to take these trades. Be much better suited. This account's going a little better than the previous one. We'll look at the results here at the end. Let's see, 47. It loves a long, and I get it. Like I know why, but not, the same love is not given to the short signals, and we have that has to not be the case. Like I love going long like anybody else. I want the markets to go up like anybody else, but we can't have a big difference in how these signals come through for longs and shorts. They need to be about the same. Because when we have big red days, we need to be able to capture those too. Those are oftentimes some of the easiest days to capture, if we're being honest. Okay. 48 gave me a short signal and a okay. This is these stink, they're bad, but that's better. I do appreciate that at least. Thank you for doing that. Okay. Another short signal. I'm ready to go short here. Let's see if we can test these signals out here. Let's see what we got. Haven't placed it yet. All right, stop placed. Okay. All right. Not bad. Short, and that thing is just gone. Let's jump into this and see what we can catch. Okay. No, no, and no. All right, yes. Well, 050 is pulling. It's doing some. It's doing some. Morning, no. During certain times, ice cold, yes. I have considered it, but let me do this really fast. Sorry. I'll do 55 an hour. I don't know about that. Start date is fucking today. Oh, that's a good signal. Late to it. I have considered a higher time frame, but if we can get it right on the lower time frames, then it'll work on the higher time frames. Does that make sense? And ultimately, price action is price action. You're going to see the same things on all time frames. It just takes longer on higher time frames to see it than short time frames, and it's faster to train. If we train it on low time frames, then we can apply it. I don't have. I'm probably going to stick with the 1 minute chart for a while, and if you guys want to trade a higher time frame, then you'll just look at a higher time frame and then take the signals that you feel like align with what you're seeing. We'll start with the 1 minute for now, and then if we need to jump to a higher time frame later on, we certainly can. But so far, we've been pretty solid, especially with the way these signals have looked today. I'm not. I thought they'd be way worse. They've actually been pretty decent. Short and short. I'll take it. Not a huge believer, but I'll take it. Okay. All right. Small win there, but good signal because price ran like crazy. I'll be right back. Let me get some water here. Okay. No new signals that look decent to take. Thumbs down for you, friend. Okay. Oops. Signal calls for a short. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. So maybe I was just being a little too impatient. Um, but I'm happy to see this. We're in a clear, price is clearly moving up. And I now get myself a nice short signal. I'm going to get stopped out here at 20 bucks or so probably, but maybe a little more. But this is what I was waiting on, and I'm glad we got it. So it does do it evenly. I didn't give enough time. Okay. Solid there. Awesome. Nice. Wow. Okay. We can't believe we called that. Wish we had a higher confidence score here, but can't believe we called that one. That's awesome. This thing should get better every day. Like this should improve every day. And so we'll see what the next day, what tomorrow brings us, but short, and I should get 2 here. Low confidence on both. Are we gonna have price pause here? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. If I have 2 low confident shorts, that's kind of what I see, which would be nice if we're reading these candles like this. Again, I know that the performance today hasn't been 6,000. Nice. Nice, DJ. What kind of witchcraft is this? The best kind of witchcraft. Um, performance today hasn't been the best, I would say, but we can clearly see that there is a lot of potential here. And so, with that being said, I'm pretty excited about that. Should have a short right here. We got signals for it, but they didn't agree, so we need to get them on the same page. That's all we have to do here. Long. Eee. All right. You wait for a bottom here. My stop is going to be at 2,000. Not that that's any reason to put it there, it just is. Come on, buyer, step in, push price up so I can put my stop, break even here. Yeah, we got touched. I knew we would get to that 2,000 level. I knew we'd get here. Yeah, smacked it too. Ran away. I should have had my stop a little bit lower than that, like right here. That would have been a much. I should have gotten in later, but you're not a good signal. Again, if we can go 3 for 5, the best kind of witchcraft. Exactly, Kyle. You get it. You know where I'm coming from. If we can get these to just cooperate a little bit more, we're gonna have something sick. Short, and we're not gonna be able to take this, I don't think. Long? All right, I'll take the long. Give me the stop. Give me the stop, thanks. Again, this thing should become incredible. It's just gonna take a little bit of time for us to get it there. Hopefully not too much longer, but at this pace, we should be able to improve this about 5% per day. And I don't know, there will be like a diminishing, not diminishing returns. We will get diminishing returns on training, but we shouldn't face that for 2 weeks. Like we shouldn't face that issue for maybe 2-3 weeks. Bad signal going against the trend. Oh, shit. So we should be capturing all these. Should all be shorts. Should all be shorts. Going with the long again. We're doing this thing again, dude. All right. Yeah, should be short all the way through. I don't love that. I don't love that. We were right up here. We were really right up here. And then I don't know if we were right on this one or not. I can't remember. But then these 3 should be short to short. So same issue as before. We had longs over here, which was good. We had short up here, which was good. Short up here, which was good. And we started getting long, long here, long here, long. We started getting a bunch of longs. And then we were right on this one. So want to see that improve a little bit more. Because again, we will get a reversal. I just don't want this system to try and catch a reversal, and meanwhile we have to take 18 losses in a row before price finally figures out that, hey, we're probably not going to do what you're thinking we're doing. Okay, that first signal was late, which means the second signal is going to be late too. So we're not going to catch this trade unless it's a long. Where is my hello? Okay, well, it's short confidence anyway. So machine learning just takes time, which is good, but it's going to take time. So we should have ourselves, I think, a nice high quality setup here going. It's just going to take, I don't know, maybe another week. If we can get this thing right in a week, I'd be stoked. I think we'll have today's data, we'll have Friday's data, We'll have some Sunday. We'll have some Monday. Tuesday, like I think we should be trying to be pretty accurate. Like that would be where I would be like, all right, we're doing the right thing here. Um, what the hell? Like next Tuesday, I think we should have enough data so that we should expect this thing to work out pretty well for it to do its job. We should expect that. Okay. Well, that's a loss there. So that's kind of my timeline here. I think today, including 4 business days, that should be enough time to train this thing to get, I think, closer. I think we're not on par with where ChatGPT was. Don't think that's the case at all. I think we're behind. I think we handle choppiness better. I think that, but I think we're behind where ChatGPT was, which I knew going into today that was going to be the case. I knew that. I absolutely knew that. But what this thing does better than ChatGPT is trade the choppiness a lot better, which is harder to do. That's what kind of makes me confused as to why it at times signals these weird trades that don't make sense with the trend and are clearly losses. Um, because it does shit like this. Like it gets these trades right, which is nuts, which is way harder to do, by the way. Get hit here, yeah. But like it's signaling long here, long here, long here, and that's not good for this, which is fine. But like, so I got to figure out how to get this right and get this right. How do I get this? How do I go short 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row, damn near 7 in a row, but still catch this? That's what the game is right now. Because again, once we get this right, like once this thing is a certain level, like let's just say there are 10 levels and it's right now it's a level 2 or 3. I'll put it at level 4. Once it's at like a level 8 or 9, it'll kill. Like not literally, but it'll crush. And at that point, once it's crushing, it's just going to continue to get better. Like it's just going to continue to learn from itself. And so, like the finish line, there is no finish line, I guess, but what we're looking to get is to a place where these signals are good enough for everybody to use, and then they just keep getting better. And that I will be really excited about. So it's a good signal. We made a little bit of money on it. That's a bad signal. You're a good signal. 4 minutes ago. New long, low confident long, and a low confident short. So we'll wait. I can see your stop. It tell you to scale in. Sometimes, sometimes. DJ Easy Money, what's going on, my friend? But we will see. That's a bad signal. Okay. We got some news here? How do we just get one wick to do this whole shit? How'd that happen? Technically, that was a good signal. So, let's see. Short. Low confident short means a no trade. DJ Easy Money. DJ just came in hot. Just came in hot. Let's see. Let's get another couple trades in here, and then we'll call it. And then we'll have some improvement. We should have some improvement tomorrow. I don't know how improved it'll be, but that's a hell of a signal. But we should have some improvement. Um, so we'll see where that takes us. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna cut my fingernails after this as well. All right. Okay. Long? Man, I don't believe in this at all. Every time I say that, it works out, but like, and I don't believe in this signal. 12 points is a lot to sacrifice. I'm looking at this low as kind of like a stop. Let's see. Man, it's looking like we're gonna get smacked. Yeah. So I don't love that. So bad and bad. It's kind of what I mean. It's looking for this. It's looking to predict this reversal here, but man, I needed to do something a little different. And if this is what we're looking for, like looking for price to go eventually green and maybe just go up a little bit, then what I need to do is just wait on some of these signals that don't look very clean and see if I can catch the bottom and then go ahead and take the trade. So if we're looking at, for example, if we're looking at this low right here, if I went long right here, that'd be a sick trade. We'd be up not much, like 9 points. Like that'd be a pretty good trade. So we just gotta figure that out a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Long, early, not. All right, let's see. If I buy right there, what happens? Okay, it's kind of helpful. Eh. John O'Connor, you may have been noticing NQ how to quick scalps, maybe a way to tie in the accuracy. All right, John, I will read and I will read what you have to say. I will read it. Thank you for sending when you send it. But we'll see. We'll see. One of the things about this is like you just have to be willing to look stupid for a little bit before this thing looks perfect. And it's just going through that process right now. So it'll be the group of us in here kind of watching this, testing it, seeing what's going on. Like in a not too distant future, we'll all be like, yeah, this thing is killing. And we'll get a bunch of people in here who are like, it's the most amazing thing ever. And it's like, yeah, but we had to look really dumb at first and for a while before we were able to get there. And so now we're on the path to doing that. We were using ChatGPT first, um, just to get an idea, and we didn't really. There was no improvement, which was the point. Like because ChatGPT doesn't learn, there was never going to be any improvement. From here, we should improve a little bit as we go. I don't know what this account's performance has been. We've been about 50-50, and so I anticipated us having a bit of a pullback as far as win rate goes. Let's see if I can get this loaded here, if it'll load. Okay. And this is accounts a little better, 52%. Like this is kind of what I anticipate being right here. I kind of thought 50% to 40 something percent was going to be about right, and that's where we are. And I'm okay with that because we got two brand new models we're trying to fuse together and train. We didn't give it a ton of data to learn from, not yet at least. So every day we should be able to give it about 1,000, about 2,000 signals a day. And so if we can plop those in and learn from them, the more data this thing sees, the better it's going to be. And so we'll see. So we'll mark like today's Thursday the 20th. I'll have to document this somewhere. Thursday, let's see, March 20th. We'll call it a 50% win rate, and we'll be able to go ahead and track. We've been about 50% through the accounts that we were trading today. So we'll be able to track to see kind of where our win rate takes us. If we get to 55% or 60% in the coming days, if we get to 60%, we're going to be right at profit. If I get my win rate to 60% with these brand new models, buddy, let me tell you something. Go longer here. My stop has to be down here, not up there. This is not a good signal or good trade. How is it? Yeah, we should be going short on all these. So once I teach it to go short here instead of going long, again, because if we can get to 60, 65, 70% win rate, it's only going to get better. Like that's the cool part. That's what I'm most excited about. So today's progress or today's results mean very little to me. When we think about this over the next month, like imagine where we're going to be a month from now. hopefully it's released by then and you guys can play with it and trade with it as well. But man, we're gonna have something super elite. It's just gonna take time. Try one more long here. Stupid AI models. And actually, that's probably the best way to put it. They're pretty stupid right now. They're pretty dumb. They're artificially unintelligent. And so we'll have to improve that. Okay, I'll slid my stop up 6 points. Okay, what do you have for me? A little bit of profit there, but not much. All right, let's go ahead and call it a day today. Not obviously not our best work, but very excited and encouraged by what we're seeing. Again, we're going to train this model with these models every single day, and so our signals, like in theory, should improve every single day. And we'll learn by what the market's going to continue to give us. So anyway, if you guys have questions, let me know. But this is the journey. This is the path. We took a step up. ChatGPT was really good for us. Taking a big step back, having to retrain our models, but the goal is to get back to where ChatGPT was and then even above that and be even better. Because once we get machine learning down pat, we'll just continue to train and we'll always continue to improve. It'll never be perfect, which is fine. But if we can get ourselves to winning about 75% of our trades consistently and then some, we're going to be in real good shape because for the most part we do catch these bigger moves. We got to get the smaller ones under control, and I think we'll be in the right spot. So, if you guys have questions, let me know. We're grinding on this bad boy. Got a lot of work to do, but I'm excited and very, very encouraged. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.